Johnson is 30 days before the election. You can look at them, application and all the technical stuff you're looking at, but you're looking at losers right now, right?
What I'm going to do...
Wait, I don't care what you're going to do. Let's deal with facts. 30 days left in the election. You're with Stein. You're dealing with a loser right now. I don't care how you look at it philosophically. You're with Johnson and them. You're dealing with losers right now. I don't care how you look at it. I don't care how you look at it right now.
You want us to vote out of
No, I don't want you to do anything. I'm telling you, you're voting for losers. It's all right. I'm voting for Hillary, all right? Let's make that plain and clear. You know what I'm saying?
Even though she lied.
Bro, they all lie. You lie. You understand? So what that mean?
Wow.
Come on with something better than that. Man, I lie, but I just don't lie on no Sunday. If you miss a minute, you miss a lot. Straight on the line with us. Straight out of, Lord have mercy. Straight out of a special place I ain't gonna tell you about. Here's no other. Who's on the phone line?
This is Kathy Coleman from the county jail. How you are, McCoy?
All right, I'm worried to death about you. I'm worried about you.
I'm worried about. I'm on the McCoy radio, so let me talk. They said, give us a shout and say hi, everybody. Tell them help us. Okay, hey, we on the McCoy radio show. My name is Kathy Coleman. I'm calling from the county jail. How y'all doing?
Go right ahead, Kathy.
In Cleveland.
Yes, Kathy.
Huh?
I'm listening to you.
Okay, y'all gotta be quiet now.
I hear you, Kathy. You coming through loud and clear.
I'm a political prisoner in the county jail. I was arrested at the RNC, and they have held me for 3 months, and they won't let me go, and I'm innocent. I'm accused of almost touching 4 white police officers that came on my property in University Heights 10 months ago, and they won't leave me alone. There is a double standard with black people accused of doing something with police as opposed to what police do to us. They can gun us down with impunity. They don't get charged. And my father's paid 2 $10,000, 10% bonds, and I'm in here. They put a monitor on me so the police could stalk me, claimed I almost cut it. We paid another bond. Then we went before Judge Russo on Thursday, Judge Joe Russo, and he changed the hearing so the activists wouldn't be there. And he upped my bond by more money because I'm black, because I'm female, and because I fought against police brutality, the mistreatment of black women. And these women in here, we fought so that if any woman has a wreck, if anyone has done heroin, that they won't say when they're missing, they don't count. And I am being harassed because of that. Now, I want to say to the community, thank you. My bond is real high, and we've got 3,500 of the 5,000. But when I get out of here, the harassment is going to continue. I call on the black community, stand up. We're tired of them stacking these women up in this jail, and if you poor, you don't get out. If you rich, you do. And they are maliciously prosecuting us. They are indicting us, and it makes no sense. We call out another picket on this county jail to stop what they're doing to these women. These are good, be quiet. These are good women, most of them. And we are tired of what they're doing to us. Listen to me, I'm telling the truth. Now, listen to this, Art. We need you to come down and come get me out. And some of these women, let me tell you, how is it that if you're rich and you abuse children, you can get a low bond? Tell them what? You get a small bond, but if you're a woman, this girl's been here 22 years and she's supposed to get out. You want to talk to her?
Yes, let's put her on the line.
Come on up. Come on to the phone. Come on. Let me tell you, she's been in here 22 years. These black people get all kinds of stuff for what they do. And these people do anything to them. Tim McGinty is lost his mind. He's maliciously prosecuting all these black people and all these women. We called for him to resign. When they went down there and raised my bond, my own lawyer, his name is William McGinty, worked against his own client. Here she comes. She got 22 years, and they still won't let her out. Here she is, Art.
22 years, straight from the county jail. The Art McCoy University radio show, one of its kind. Who's on the line? Talk to me, honey.
Hi, my name is Katrina.
Katrina, you've been in jail 22 years?
Mm-hmm.
When they gonna let you out, honey? You should have been out. You all right?
Yes.
Yes. So we need to work and fight to get you out right along with Kathy Coleman. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
22 years you've been in. And you have a bond or you have a hearing? What's going on?
A hearing.
All right, you have a hearing. And listen, we're going to stay in touch. You let us know where the hearing is because we would like to be there to support you. Is that all right?
Okay, that's okay. Yes.
You want our support?
Yes.
All right, well, we will get the word out through the underground when your hearing is, and we'll be there for you, and we'll follow up on your case. Is there anything particularly?
I have another woman they charged with manslaughter that says she's been mistreated. You want to talk to her?
Put on the line.
Okay, her name?
1490 WERE. Put on the line.
Now, here goes Linda Booker. Y'all be quiet.
Come on, Miss Booker. Straight from jail. Yes.
Yes, my name is Linda Booker. I was charged with involuntary, voluntary, and felonious assault. It's a case from 1994, and it's a 22-year-old case. And I was residing in Birmingham, and then they came, after all these years, they came and got me. They didn't have probable cause or no evidence to come and get me. So when I went to court on 9/30, they made me plea out. They told me if I take them to trial, they was going to give me 11 years. So I had to plea out. I'm innocent. I plead out, and they can, I go back on November the 2nd. They can give me 3 months or let me go. And I'm on a mental health caseload.
And
me take something, and I'm innocent. I've got a paid lawyer, and I've been in here for 20 months fighting this case, and it's from 1994.
You've been in there 20 months.
Yes, sir. I've been in here 20 months.
That's a shame within itself, Miss Booker. Miss Booker, and I truly understand clearly what you're saying about the pressure that you be under, that you plead guilty for something that you haven't done. I've been under that pressure also.
I want this aired.
Huh?
Can you come and see me? I want this aired. I want it brought out.
Listen, you're talking.
Ain't no way that you saying somebody died 22 years ago and you come and get me. You could have came and got me 22 years ago if you felt that I did something wrong.
Yes, ma'am. I want you to understand. You have millions of people are listening to you right now. This is being heard. Okay, Miss Booker?
Okay.
All right. Thank you so. All right.
Hey, all right.
Yes.
We got one more. Listen, hold on. Now, remember, I'm going to probably get out of here. They're going to harass me tonight. This is Kathy Coleman from the community. Keep up with ClevelandUrbanNews.com. What they're doing to women in this jail is inexcusable. It's an indictment against women. It's an indictment against the black community. Here's another woman done in. Tell me your name.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Talk to me.
Yes, my name is LaShawna Thomas. I'm a 26-year-old female, and I was accused of assaulting on a police officer.
Phony charges, right?
Yes, basically, yes. Because it was really supposed to be resisting arrest, but they trying to get me with assault.
Assault. When do you go to court?
I go to court November 9th.
November the 9th. Who's the judge?
Huh?
Listen, can you hear me? Listen. What is your name again? We're going to follow up on your case also.
LaShawna Thomas.
Rashana Thomas. All right.
LASHAUNA.
All right. All right. You got that? All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to follow up on your case also, okay?
Okay.
Because if they know you have people power behind you, you got a better chance at justice. Okay, Rashana?
Okay, my judge is giving the waiver.
All right. We got that. All right?
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We have another one. You ready for it?
Yes, come on. One more.
Okay.
Yes.
We got another one. And in between, this is Kathy Coleman, the community activist, the reporter at ClevelandUrbanNews.com. We appreciate the community listening to our concerns from the county jail. Most of us are being disenfranchised across racial lines with emphasis against black women. Here's another one. Thank you.
Come on from the county jail.
In other words, I was with this guy. He was white. He doesn't use his car, and when I used his car, he reported it stolen. Now they got a hold on me. They got a hold over our mate. I don't know what's going on with the case. They won't let me know anything. And my name is Never Work.
All right, and so you was in some.
Okay. It was like we doing favors. He like old sex. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I hear you loud. I hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, so now I didn't know how to get back to his house, so now he was putting his car stolen. So they on his side, and I guess they saying I'm a black female that was used up because I've been clean for 3 months now.
Yeah, so it is a fact they're disputing this bonding system that is clearly against the poor. They're trying to change that, so you're caught up in that also, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, so we're gonna definitely push to change the bonding system so it will be equal not only to those who are wealthy and who can get out with the money, but those who do not have the money. They have a right to a free day in court without sitting in jail all this time. So we hear you loud and clear. We have your name, right, Brother Porter?
All right, we're going to conclude. I hope they come down here and picket this jail because this is rudely written, like I told you before, and it's nothing but slavery. And it is getting worse and worse and worse. We again call on Armand Dudish. We call on the Congressman and black leaders to come and investigate this. We want a comprehensive investigation by the U.S. Department of Justice, and I hope I don't get harassed. I hope to be getting out of here soon. If you need to contact anybody on my behalf or others, call R. Porter at 216-804-7462. Did you have anything you want to ask me, Al? All right.
Yeah, Kathy, I want to know one thing. Are you all right?
Well, I mean, in terms of whether I'm all right, I can tell you that as soon as I walked in this door, I was harassed. And luckily, I have the women that are keeping their arms around me. But it's never safe when you're activists in a jail challenging racism, sexism, police brutality, and public corruption. I have been harassed. I'll get into that later. But I want to thank these women for putting their arms around and protecting me. But you've got to get me out of here because it's not safe.
Finally, so you have 3,500. How much?
This is what happened. My dad put up 1,000 bond. He put up another 1,000. They took that under pretense of corruption issues. Then on the other day, they raised it 4,000. So we have 3,600 of we need about 1,000 more, but we're going to get the money. But when I get out of here, I'm going to be harassed in another jurisdiction because I was harassed in Middleburg Heights by the police. My lawyer drove me out there and got me harassed one day because we were getting ready to lead a ticket around the Poor Avenue murders. I'll get into that later. But the Berea court is harassing people. I will probably get out of here in a week. Any donations that people want to make, $50,000, $25,000, they can call Al Porter at 216-804-7462. Remember what I've done in the community, and I need their help. Now, I hope that you all will come down here and picket this jail. What about it?
We've already been down there to picket, and the reason...
Been down there to picket it, and I appreciate it.
And we'll be back there to support you.
I got harassed that night you picketed. I want to thank WJMO. I want to thank Black on Black Crime and all of you.
Left on this call.
www.newstalkcleveland.com.
I love all of y'all. No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Straight from the... Give me some music, honey. Straight from the county jail. One show of its kind. You can only hear this kind of live information on the Art McCoy University Radio Show. The University of Common Sense. Of a song, I'll think of the artist's name in a minute, from the Cook County. B.B. King did it from the Cook County Jail. And here we are, the Art McCoy University Radio Show, doing it straight from the Cleveland County Jail. We're going to go straight to our phone lines, 216-578-1490, 216-578-1490. Who's on the line? Okay. The judge ain't here. I thought I was about to cry. I thought my judge was coming in the studio. We're gonna pray and get the judge. Listen, right now, I want the prayers and the blessings to go up. They say when prayers and blessings go up, the grace of God will show His mercy. And so that's what we're doing. I want everybody, my millions of listeners right now, I want you all to send your prayers up and your blessings to keep our judge, the oldest active talk show host in America, strong. I want her back in the studio. I miss her. Back in the studio. So y'all pray for her strength and let's get her back into the studio and so we can enjoy her presence into the studio. Yes, put it out.
Also, universal prayer for those women who are suffering in prison. They were talking about the judges who are involved in their cases. And this voting that we're doing coming November the 8th is important. And if you know the judges that are on this ballot, and I mailed mine in, and I'm waiting for the ballot to come back, but the judges, they're so vague and so, you don't know who they are. I mean, Judge O'Malley, Judge such and such, but they're not marked as Democrat or Republican. Most people don't even bother to even go and vote for the judges or the tax levies or anything. It's so important to understand this ballot, and this vote is very important because the judges determine how we are treated in this community. And also, I'd like to just make a point that last week when I called you and I talked to that Republican and I mentioned how Donald Trump was more to the right of Hitler and was more of that, and he started to dodge the issue. And now Trump is on the spotlight, and now he might have to even resign. Tonight we're going to see for sure. And I'd like for you to comment on the voting and the importance of knowing your judges and knowing that ballot. Because without knowing these judges and things, it's going to be a travesty. So on that, I'd like for you to respond, Art.
I will. Thank you so much for your phone call. Listen, if you've been listening to the Art McCoy University Radio Show for any length of time, you know that my pet peeve is judges. I bring judges on the show, try to introduce you to them, tell you that they're the last one on the ticket, but the most important ones as far as black people's lives is concerned. If you don't believe it, go to courtroom any day and see who's lined up, paying fines, paying tickets, going to jail, and you'll see how important judges are. And that's why I particularly invite judges on this show to talk to you, to introduce you to you. It's your choice how you vote for them, but that's a pet peeve of mine. If you've been listening to the show long enough, you'll know that that's one thing that I concentrate on, and I agree with you, brother. You got to pay attention to the judges, no doubt about it. Now, listen, I know you all jumped all over the Republicans last week. I'm so happy that the show went the way it did. You all weren't taking any wooden nickels, but I want you to understand one more thing. That's why I bring Republicans on like I did last week, because I want you all to be able to understand the two parties. They come on with their rhetoric, their theory. You all come back and hit them with your all theory, and that makes good. Now, if I wanted to, if I was like some of you all want me to be, and always talk about Democrats, and if you ain't talking about Democrats, forget it. That's not what this show is about. This show is to inform people both ways. Let them see how the Republicans is. Let them see how the Democrats is. But at the same time, let me make this clear. So because I'm a person, a talk show host that's able to see both sides, see the forest for the tree, see the Republicans, see the Democrats. Some of you all say, hey, Art McCoy is a Republican. No, I'm not a Republican. My daddy was a Democrat. My mama was a Democrat. I'll probably be a Democrat all my life. But I'm independent enough to think that there are some good Republicans and some good Democrats. Do I think Donald Trump is a good Republican? No, I don't. Never have, but I have to bring you both sides of the issue so you can understand what's going on.
I just called in to correct something that was stated a few minutes ago. There aren't really 3 days to get your registration in. Voter registration closes on Tuesday, and early voting starts on Wednesday. So if anybody, and you know the Board of Elections is not open tomorrow because tomorrow is a holiday.
What holiday is it?
Columbus Day. So,
okay.
Yeah, it's Columbus Day. So they will not be open tomorrow. So if you only get your registration in, you have to get it in no later than 5 p.m. on Tuesday.
So there's 1 day.
You got 1 day left. And then you go into early voting, and you have early voting up until
the Monday evening before the election. And basically, the Board of Elections is open every day from 8 until 5, except the weekend before the election. And I'm not sure what the actual hours are at this point in time, because I'm not a poll worker this year, so I don't know what the actual hours are. But again, if you call down to the Board of Elections, and that telephone number is area code 216-443-VOTE. They can tell you what the actual hours are. But I want to correct everyone. You have one day to get your registration in, and that is Tuesday, October the 11th, because on the 12th, again, early voting starts. Thanks to the Secretary of State, who happens to be a Republican. For those Republican folks that are sitting down there behind the table. I'm out, Art. Have a nice day.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. But lose his soul. That's what my daddy, Norman Aquila McCoy, used to tell me all the time. Okay. Boy, you out in the world. What good is it going to do you to gain the world, but lose your soul? Mary Norton, that's the statement I want to make to you. I know a man that's been bought and sold. Lord have mercy. I can see it all over your face. What good is it to gain the world but lose your soul, Mary Norton? I know that when we had that march last week, I didn't get a chance to talk about it last Thursday, the great march that we had on the toxic dump. All the marches we've had over the years, I've never saw Mary Norton's face come to a march, but there he was, standing right across the street from the library, said, I'm marching too. I said, what?
Yeah, I thought he was marching. I thought he was going to march with us.
Yeah, we all, he had planned on it. Put the mic up, brother. We can't talk to you.
I thought he was going to march with us.
Yeah, we almost fell out. Mary Norton said, I'm marching too. It's for a good cause. But soon thereafter, we found out that he didn't march for about a block, because the reason he didn't march for about a block is because the mayor is the chief law enforcement agent. He's the chief head person of the city. Lord have mercy. And we started out in good faith right across the street from the East Cleveland Library. We couldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe. Just turn it down so you can take that off. You can take that off, Talking John. Talking John, you can take that off. Talking John, are you listening to me or are you listening to somebody else? Talking John, you got to pay attention to the show. Thank you so much, Talking John. Listen, what happened was, I don't want to scare you all because it scares me. But sometimes I believe that God put divine intervention in my life. And I believe that divine intervention has saved my life quite a few times. And when I say that to say this, segueing right into the march. If you all remember that Thursday, the 29th, it was raining and raining and raining, what we call raining cats and dogs. And it rained at exactly 3 o'clock. It was raining so hard that we just knew that the march was going to be cut off. And people were calling me, and divine intervention said to me, Lord have mercy, I wouldn't lie to you on a Sunday. And listen, there's one person I'm scared of. I'm not scared of Ted. I'm not scared of you, Big Sam. I'm not scared of my millions of listeners, but I am scared of God. And God said this to me. God told me, he said, the people kept calling, and here's what he told me to tell them. He said, we're marching because at 3:30, the rain's going to stop. Now, I don't know. I didn't know whether this was something in my head or illusional or what. But those that talk to me, they can tell me, those that were with me, I said, the clouds are going to open up at 3:30, and we're marching. And lo and behold, at 3:30, look at the weather channel, it stopped raining. The march was supposed to start at 4:30. No, at 3:30, it just started being a little drizzle. Didn't stop all the way, but it started being a little drizzle. Shaka was with me. And by 4 o'clock, before 4 o'clock, it had cleared up and the sun had came out. The clouds had went away. Divine intervention. So we all met, Brother Ted and all of us met in front of the East Cleveland Library. And to my surprise, the people still came out, suburbanites, white and black and other colors. We all came out with one purpose in mind, and that was to march on the toxic dump on behalf of a 108-year-old lady named Miss Labon, Labon. Live right in front of the toxic dump. The dump is in her backyard. It's killing her. We want to save her life as well as the other people in that property, including myself, who only live 2 or 3 blocks away. So listen, as always, we set up for a peaceful march. Listen, we ain't worried about nothing because we know this is God, divine intervention. If it wasn't, we wouldn't be there. And we set up the march, and right away, the East Cleveland Police Department, under the leadership of the chief, Zarilla, I think that's his name, if I'm pronouncing it right, Zarilla, right away, he had the police department to run interference on our march. Oh, you can't do this. You can't do that. You can't do this. You can't do that. I said, brother, we march all the time. We know the rules and regulations. We just want to have a peaceful march. We ain't gonna. We just going. We got a destination to go to. Miss LeBon, 108 years old. She waiting on us on Nova Road, New York. We got a long march. Let us march. Oh, they just kept running interference. They even, at some point, before we got even a couple blocks, they ticketed the bus and the Black Man Army bus, which was at the Republican convention on the west, the Carnegie Bridge. We marched everywhere. Never have we been harassed like we were harassed by the chief of police of East Cleveland, Cirilla, I think that's his name, and some of the policemen that he had out there to block us and interfere with us. And the ironic thing about it, Mayor Norton, who had come to march with us, he sit back and stood on the side and let these policemen keep interfering with us, trying to stop our march, trying to do everything they could to stop it. Finally, when we got on the sidewalk, we said, all right, y'all going to do everything. We don't know how long God's going to let these clouds, open up these clouds and let us march. So we started marching on the sidewalk. We shall not be moved. Suburbanites, people from the hood, all of us marching together. Pretty soon, the police surrounded the bus again. Oh, yeah, bus. The bus can't go. Bus can't do this. We're going to wind up getting the bus a ticket. So the same thing that they didn't want us to do was they didn't want the public to see us marching and get so involved. They stopped us, and all of a sudden, all the traffic had to stop because of the ticketing of the bus. We had to wait and talk them out of towing the bus. They ticketed anyway. Then we had Brother Calvin, who was driving the bus, move on ahead. We had the purpose of the bus was that seniors that couldn't walk all the way. If it started raining, they could jump on the bus, all kinds of stuff. But anyway, to make a long story short, I've been in marches for many, many years, from Kent State on down. I have never been treated as badly. We have never been treated as badly as the East Cleveland Police Department treated some us marchers and tried to violate our constitutional rights. Finally, at some point, the chief of police himself, Zarillo, we on the sidewalk. Brother Porter got the bullhorn in his hand. I don't lie on a Sunday. Right. Brother Porter got his bullhorn on the sidewalk saying, we are marching to the dump and using his chair. That chief of East Cleveland Police had nerve enough to look me in the face and say, "Cut that bullhorn off." Driving right beside me, and I looked over at him. I couldn't believe it. Looking him right in the eye. I said, "What did you say?" He said, "Cut that bullhorn off." I said, "You come on over here and cut it off, cause you and take me to jail, cause you surely violating our constitutional right, telling us we on the sidewalk. Brother Porter got the bullhorn. You come over here and cut it off." And then you know what I did then? I did the second best thing. I went over and got Brother Sam from where?
Melanated Media News on the YouTube.
Yes.
.com.
Yes, our street videographer, our street cameraman. And I took him right over to where the chief had his car at. I said, "Chief, what did you say about you gonna cut this bullhorn off?" And Brother Sam got the camera right in his face. Guess what he did?
Tell him what he did.
He rolled the window off and ran like a rabbit because he knew it was wrong. So listen.
I was almost arrested also that day.
Yeah. Why was you almost arrested?
From walking in the street.
You was walking on the edge of the street. You
walking on the edge of the street.
Make it clear.
Walking by the curb.
All right, then, make it clear. Don't say walking in the street because we wasn't violating anything.
Right.
All right, to make it clear. So listen, having said all that, let me tell you this. God, divine intervention, we march. And we march.
Yes, we did.
And we chanted. And the people came out, and we gave the information, and we made it down to Noble Road and Euclid, the site of the toxic dump. The clouds were still open. The sun was shining, but we saw the dark clouds coming from our rear. We made it to the toxic dump. Many of us went right into the home of Miss LeBon, 108-year-old senior, and y'all hugged her and shook her hand, and she was so happy to see us.
Yes, she was.
And we did what we had to do at that toxic land dump. And I'll tell you right now, we've generated enough information. The dump is all the way in violation. And we're not going to let it go. We're going to get rid of that dump. And the owner knows we're going to get rid of it. He got so much dirt under him. It's more dirtier than my fingernails. I need to go to a manicurist right at Superfly Barbershop tomorrow. We got a beautiful manicurist in there. A shameless plug. 14064 Euclid. If your nails are dirty, you go in there too. But however, so we're going to shut this dump down. About Donald Trump. Mouth finally got him in the biggest trouble of his life. And it reminded me of one thing. And this is the way I'm going to segue into this. It reminded me of when I was sitting at the church and Don King was sitting up there with Trump.
Okay.
And I was sitting about 15 rows right in the center with a group. And all around me were these sophisticated, intelligent, suburbanites, white women, nice ladies. And for some reason, they wanted to engage me in conversation. And they would say, "Are you a Christian?" And I say, "Yes, I'm a Christian. Even though I got on, look like a Muslim hat, I'm a Christian." And they say, "Well, we are Christians for Trump. What a great man he is. And we're going to vote for him, and we're going to get him into the White House." And I just said, "Okay, yeah, beautiful." And I mean, beautiful, intelligent ladies all around me. You know what I'm saying? So my question is this. As I watched the news recently, and I watched some of these same beautiful, attractive, intelligent suburbanites still saying that we support Trump and we don't believe what is going on and it's all Hillary's fault or whatever that. And it dawned on me very clearly. Is there a double standard here with my suburbanite ladies? Because if anybody else would be talking about women in the manner in which our presidential candidate Donald Trump has talked about them lately And in the past, they would be all over whoever it is. They would be banned from whatever. It wouldn't be acceptable. So is all of a sudden is this a double standard? Is there any of my suburbanites people out there? Is there a double standard here? Because you know, Brother Sam, you know, Brother Porter, if there's one thing that is not acceptable in our country is when you start abusing women, or when you start sexually, whatever you call it, women. That's unacceptable. So it really amazed me when I still heard some of the ladies that were sitting around me at the church still saying they support him. So I wonder if there's a double standard. Call me 216-578-1490. Brother Porter, you got any ad-libbing you want to use here, or you want to stay out of this?
You know something? I don't have to just ad-lib. I'm going to talk about it and say that by me being the president of Black on Black Crime Incorporated, having been vice president for, I would say, basically 11 years, having kept my nose clean, done a lot of right things or what have you, had a tape or something like that come out on me, and I'll go back. Instead of saying 11 years, I would say if something like that was to have come out maybe in 1998, I'm going to go back to 1998, there would be a lot of people out there right now, all over from the suburbs to the inner city, questioning, should I be the president of Black on Black Crime Incorporated? I'm going to even say, if the president, the current sitting president, something came out when he was in school, in college, and he had been mic'd up, everybody from the east, west, north, and south would have taken some sort of cheap shot at him and said that, no, he shouldn't have said that. So with that being said, I'm going to say there's a definite double standard.
Here's for some of the people in this country. Trump needs to be saved before he even have an illusion about being president. Now, on this double standard is the way you putting it, Art. The man is psychotic. He's reckless. He's arrogant. He's disrespectful. And his people are trying to say, well, it's 11 years ago. But what about that reporter, Megyn Kelly? That's a reflection of that same behavior. So, hey, that's my take on it. What you think?
Hey, I agree with you, brother. One thing about it, you've been consistent all the time on your opinion on Donald Trump. You've been consistent all the time. It looked like to me what you are saying is absolutely coming to fruition. The chicken is truly coming to roost. And brother, if I could if I could go further with you, brother Alvin, I think that there's even more that's going to come out because this tax thing ain't come out yet. I think there's going to be even more to come out to completely derail Brother Trump. So it's going to be very interesting to see. And it's going to be this is going to be probably more people going to watch the debates tonight than ever in history.
Never mind the foul language. It is locker room talk. But what caught my attention more than anything was that he openly acknowledged that he tried to push up on a married woman who he knew was married.
Right. Yeah.
Who he knew was married.
Yeah.
And rather than in the video saying, well, yeah, I probably shouldn't have been pushing up on her anyway, all he said was, yeah, well, I admit it, I struck out. That's all.
True.
That was pretty much it for him. He was like, I admit I did it, but I just struck out. Like, that's the kind of thing that gets people shot in the face, man. You be pushing up on nobody's wife like that, And then in reference to Hillary Clinton, the recently released speeches that she gave to some of the bankers on Wall Street is contradictory to what she's been saying that she's going to do if she gets into the presidency as far as how she's going to apply her public policy.
Exactly.
So that's questionable. So I go back to what I've been saying all along. Gary Johnson and William Weld are two very successful governors, two-time elected governors. They each improved the public education of this state while they were in office. They each improved the economy while they were in office. There's a little bit back and forth on public safety with Gary Johnson in New Mexico, but in Massachusetts, Weld improved public safety while he was in office. And it's really hard to not look at these two on paper or in application.
All right, you can.
All right,
Listen. It's 30 days before the election. You can look at them application and all the technical stuff you're looking at, but you're looking at losers right now, right?
What I'm going to do.
Wait, I don't care what you're going to do. Let's deal with facts. There's 30 days left in the election. You're with Stein. You're dealing with a loser right now. I don't care how you look at it philosophically.
I'm not disagreeing with
you're with Johnson them. You're dealing with losers right now. I don't care how you look at it. I don't care how you look at it. Right now, it's Trump.
You want us to vote out of fear.
No, I don't want you to do anything. I'm telling you, you're voting for losers. It's all right. But there's no at this point in time, 30 days in the election, you're not going to change your game plan. Okay? Yes.
Listen to me, man.
I'm listening to you.
I've seen these kind of things happen before. Campaigns fall apart in the last 30 days.
All right.
Somebody else jumps up and
all right. Since you've been watching this stuff, have you ever saw the Libertarian jump up and win, or have you ever saw the other party jump up and win? A smart guy.
I saw them win 3 congressional seats just this way.
Listen, we're talking about president. I ain't got time to talk about all that. Have you ever saw Brain Man? Have you ever saw this happen so great that they jumped up and won?
No.
All right, then. Point. Yeah, I know. Wishing. Come on, man. Wishing one hand out of the other. Yeah, I know.
This is what it comes down to. Do we want to make an impact by not voting for the Democrat or Republican, so we can kind of let our voice be heard that way, where we're not satisfied with either candidate, or do we want to quote unquote vote for the lesser of two evils? That's what it comes down to.
Y'all talking crazy, man. I ain't into that crazy politics. Y'all talking crazy. All right, I understand your point of view. Don't get me wrong, but there's 30 days left. All right. So you had a chance.
Are you still voting for Trump?
You've had a chance. I've never been voting for Trump. I've never been voting for Trump. Number one, let me explain this to you very clearly. Okay. Number one, I've always had the inkling that we've had a black president. Why not have a woman? You understand? That's always been my true feeling. We've had umpteen thousand, hundred men presidents. Mm-hmm. Why not give a woman a chance? That's been all.
Even if it's Hillary Clinton. Even if it's Hillary Clinton.
Is she a woman? Do you have another candidate other
Jill
than
Stein?
Okay, all right.
That's a woman.
Huh?
That's a woman.
Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Pamela Pinkley Bunce. I vote for her for Jill Stein. So you got a great point there. But look. 30 days left in the election. The main thing that we need to deal with, really and truly, is getting out the vote. And I hope that we have encouraged you all enough to get out and vote. I don't care who you vote for. Vote for Jill Stein.
Exercise the right to vote.
Right. Vote for Johnson. Vote for whoever you want to vote for. All right? That's up to you all. You understand? I'm voting for Hillary. All right? Let's make that plain and clear. You understand?
Even though she lied.
Bro, they all lie. You lie. You understand? So what that mean? Wow. Come on with something better than that, man. I lie, but I just don't lie on no Sunday. You understand? Come on, man. Yeah. Cut the rhetoric, man. Listen, do we think that Trump is going to blow up at 9 o'clock? It's going to be over for him. He's going to have to drink too much water. And he's going to be sweating too much. He ain't going to be able to take it. He's been talking about Hillary's health. Is this going to be his combustion, or will he be able to strong?
I don't think he's coming back from this one, to be honest.
All right, okay, all right, because the tax thing, what you saying? Listen, let me tell you something.
I think she's going to put the nail on the coffin.
Listen, I don't think it's her that's going to put the nail on the coffin. Listen, you cannot be, you cannot have so many people against you and think that you're going to win in politics. What I mean, look, you got the Romneys against you. Mm-hmm. You got the Bush against you. You got all these people with more money than you.
So all she has to do is not lose.
You understand? Absolutely. So I think that this is the problem here. He just built up too many. You have your point of view, but let me ask you a question, brother.
Yeah.
If I may. You know there's been much debate and ostracizing of people of black people like Ray Rice. I know he went a little bit further, and others when it comes to domestic, whether it's domestic abuse mentally or physically. They've been ostracized to kingdom come.
He lost his job.
Is your standard different with Trump, brother? With Trump, that's why you voting for him? Is your standard different all of a sudden? Because if I remember, you say Ray Rice can't never come back. So is your standard different when it comes to Trump? Talk to me.
Ray Rice, they never should have fired him. That was personal business, like they did when Clinton got caught with that woman. They said personal business to the United States, and that was the end of it.
All right. Hey, you know what?
He's never been fired.
All right. Hey, thanks for your phone call. You know what? And one thing I will say, man, this election here is one of the deepest, dirtiest, most. Hey, you know what? The question is, will the Republican Party be able to survive as a standard barrier that it's always been? Will it be able to survive?
I think they'll survive, but not to the extent it was before.
Put right in the microphone.
Yeah, I think the Republican Party will survive. Sure.
I think it's the beginning of the end of the two-party.
Like many other Republicans, you say you're gonna get on the bandwagon and go with him. Have you changed your mind any, or are you going to the end?
Oh, I'm going all the way to the end with Trump. You know what? Cowards quit. Winners always stay to the end. You can't be great unless you are going to stand to the end. I'm going to stand with Trump all the way to the election, November 8th. I'll see you there.
All right. So we can come to the headquarters, right?
Yes, come to the Victory Center, the Trump Victory Center, Collinwood area. Come to the Victory Center. Come break bread and enjoy the debates and great conversation.
All right. Thank you so much, Donna Brown. And who are you with, Donna Brown?
I'm with the Inner City Republican Movement.
All right. Great movement. Thank you so much. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hey, listen. Pay attention, Talking John. One phone call per person. Come on now.
Sam,
listen,
pull up the picture of Harriet
follow the rules. Follow the rules. Listen, follow the rules. Listen. And not that I have anything against the brother calling back, but I have millions of listeners. People can't even come in. So if you call more than once on the program, I might cut you off if I get a chance. All right, but it's all right. I love the brother deep conversation. 216-578-1490.
And I give Donna Brown credit for still sticking with who she's sticking with, because people like Condoleezza Rice, John McCain, Senator Dan Sullivan, and many others, John Kasich, who was never on board in the first place, too many others are saying, I'm done. Senator John Thune, Cory Gardner, and these are people who are all conservative and key Republicans, some even openly saying they're voting for Hillary Clinton. So this is scary in itself.
It was set.
Listen, Sam, you're not dealing with reality here, Sam.
Okay, how am I not?
Because listen. In America, all right, there's one thing that civil-minded people will not tolerate, and I'm gonna tell you one more thing: the abuse of women, mentally or physically, in this day and time, is not tolerated. I don't care if you do it, if I do it.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
All right, so what makes this any different? My whole point is that Hillary is not his biggest enemy. Some of the people within the Republican Party that he stepped on, those are his biggest enemies. All right, don't miss the whole picture here. You understand? They want the Romneys and the Bushes. They want his downfall as much as Hillary do. Kasich and all of them, okay? So don't miss the big picture here, man. You're looking at the forest for the tree. Hillary, all she has to do, Hillary's marching forward. But there's other people that he stepped on that really don't want it.
All right, don't let something come out in this debate. We'll have a different conversation next week.
Brother, sometimes I worry about your politics. Give us some music, Talking John. So listen, through all this conversation, guess what? The greatest engineer, the hardest working man in 1490 WERE is doing. The debate is coming up the game was rained out. The debate is coming up in 90 minutes. And the greatest engineer in the whole wide world, Talking John, cutting paper. Turn the music up, son. Say that again.
Bad storm going on in North Carolina. Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Haiti?
Oh yeah.
Hold on about Haiti. Listen, I'm from North Carolina, Garland, North Carolina. I was in a hurricane once. I wish you hadn't brought that up so late, man. We'll talk about it, okay? We'll pray for the people in North Carolina and all over the storm. We should have talked about that storm.
Yeah, that's bad.
Lord have mercy. Bye-bye. See you later.